No mistake from the Frenchman.
God, should have been the man. Yes, sir. First class flights on the
Here comes Ward-Prowse. Loftus-Cheek takes aim.
This is Corner Flag Talk.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Once again, we're back with another episode of Corner Flag Talk. It's been another good weekend in the Premier League, eventful one. I was like, dog, if I had to put a next VAR related title, it gonna just get real repetitive. But I feel like that's just kind of how the season is gonna be. A lot of controversy with our new friend VAR, the video assistant referee, and sometimes we'll be on the end of some bad results, like you. Yeah. And then sometimes there'll be nearly some good ones, like Spurs, right? Before we get into it, you guys, we have barbecue tickets on sale, and we want you guys to really help out. It's towards helping our friends' tuition for school, towards helping this podcast build and grow as a business, and towards helping our local football team buy uniforms and referee fees and that kind of stuff. So if you guys could please support, we really, really appreciate it. And also, as usual, like, subscribe, drop comments below, share it with your friends, that kind of stuff, right? So we get into it. We talk about the big game. First from this weekend was Man City versus Spurs. I believe the word that you use for this is called a steamrolling. It was a flat-out bullying process by Manchester City. I believe it was 20 shots to 3, 10 shots on target to 2 shots on target. It was ridiculous from Man City. And unfortunately, in the end, they just weren't able to get the win. VAR ensured that they couldn't get the win when Jesus managed to put the ball in the back of the net, but unfortunately came off the hand of Emirates Laporte before that. And as the new rule states, if any goal has any implication of a hand in it being scored, the goal must be chalked off whether it is accidental or not. So we don't need to get into the fact that Man City played good, right? Everybody knows that Man City played wonderful. Kevin De Bruyne was totally dominant in the first half. Second half, I found his balls got a little wayward. His passes and crosses weren't as pinpoint as they were in the first half. Maybe he should stop looking when he passed it, then it might actually reach somebody. And overall, it was a really dominant performance from the citizens. However, it just Spurs grinded it out in some sense, I guess. But it felt very, even though football is a deserving sport, it felt undeserving. You had to say about that.
Yeah, well, coming down to the end of the game, you're seeing, as you say, Man City was showing the dominance. You could see a lot of tired legs was coming in. That's some questionable changes that Man City put down that I personally wouldn't have. I saw different players should have come on.
Right.
But it's clear to see in the stats 30 attempts for Man City, and just coming down to a repeat from VAR, because it happened. It just felt like the headline for this is happened in Champions League, and I don't know if people remember 3 years ago. This also something similar happened when Gabriel made his debut, and his winner was chalked as offside.
Oh yes.
That's how football is. Days like this, and with VAR, me personally, I was the first one to say that I felt like the call was right. And
it was alright call.
It's going to have days like this in football, where I know most people don't like it and say they take away from the emotion of the game, but being on the receiving end of it, I know that also if that's happened, our team score a goal like that and come off, I would look to VAR and say that would be alright goal.
And then the next question is, yes, we want VAR because we want correct decisions, but do we want them to be correct to this exactness? Not necessarily in an incident like this, because it was a handball, so it has to be chalked off, right? But more like any incident with Raheem Sterling last weekend, where it was a millimeter offside, something that no official on his own would have caught, but technology would have caught it. And you have to ask yourself, do you want the sport to be this exact? Because the offside rule dictates that a player can't be behind a defender, blah, 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 blah. But in the case that a referee cannot distinguish if the attacking player is in front of him. This was the old rule. The advantage goes towards the attacking player. You give the attacking player the advantage. And in cases like in Raheem Sterling won last week, he'd have gotten the advantage. Gabriel would have gotten his goal, right?
Yeah.
I would have gotten more points in my fantasy, right? But, now VAR is going to cut out all those things. But then now you ask for consistency from VAR. And then we go back to earlier in the game where I thought it was clear as day, even without VAR, that Rochi should have gotten a penalty.
Yeah.
Because, Lamela's hand is around his neck and his two hands are holding him. And yeah, you could say, as he feels contact, he goes out easy. But how stupid is Lamela to, with all the respect, have his hands around our opponent's neck? That's, to me, asking to be given a penalty,
Yeah.
And I can understand City fans feeling like they were robbed in some sense, And I would like to say that it was a Spurs masterclass or Poch tactically outsmarted Pep or something like that. But unfortunately, I don't feel like that was the case. I just felt like they were just holding on for dear life, and that Man City just couldn't find that last piece to win it in the end,
Yeah.
And even when they thought they did, VAR took it away. For those who are interested in XG, which is expected goals, Man City came on this with an XG of 3, I believe, whereas City came out of this with an expected goal of. Spurs came out of this with an expected goal of, I think it was like less than 0.4, which is equivalent to 0. And it was by definition a smash and grab. Lamela caught Madisson wrong footed. I don't know how you felt about that one. And Lucas Moore just come on and out of all of this squad, It was, I would like probably furious over.
It was, but I don't like the game was entertaining, and it just after the game, after that rule out, seeing it, I wasn't. It was better to take the Champions game for sure. The only issue that I can understand a lot of people will have with this is they felt like if a call like that was to happen anywhere else on the field, that they would not call for the handball.
Right.
They would treat that as a ball of the hand. And even when the handball was given, you saw the Spurs players and all, they didn't know why it was being called back.
Yeah.
The Spurs players went over because in the post-match interview, when O'Lory said they didn't even know what was the call. They thought they saw nothing wrong with it. But they say they would take what again, that's expected. But that's the only thing. Just looking back on the chance on Rodri, I felt like VAR could have been used there, because I don't know if kind of blasting if players feel something happen and they go to the referee will decide, alright, you take a check. I just felt like, even if VAR is not something that if we check it, it have to win, so everything have to go in VAR favor, but still checking it. And I feel like I don't know how to understand the rule yet to know what calls for a VAR check and what doesn't call for a VAR check.
It has to be a clear and obvious error on the referee's part, but I felt like it was a clear error on the referee's part, that at least for penalty calls and offsides. But like with the handball, like I don't think like any referee was expected to catch that. So then I guess like handballs have to be called, that kind of thing. And the idea is with it that if this rule change that happened before the season happened last year, City would have gone through the Champions League. Because then Laurent goal wouldn't have stood. So then all this is just sour for you.
Hey, just wait and see how the season go on. Other teams got lucky with offside goals and dives in the box. So we'll see how the season goes.
Yeah. Alright, so you have anything you feel like you could add from a Spurs point of view, that you feel like any positives to take from this?
Any positives on Spurs is this is not the full team. That the only positive from that, and no one I want to like credit, he knows that, and he used the players that he had there. I didn't understand why Lucas didn't start though, but Lamela did well when he played. Like from just goal aside, Lamela played well.
Right.
From Spurs, they will look at this as a point.
Yeah,
point
definitely.
game.
Yeah.
But
because a Spurs fan pointed out to me that, as an Arsenal fan, that if somebody offered me to go to the FPL and take a point right now, if I would take it, then yeah, I would, because I felt real next day, you know, that kind of thing. And we move on to another game. We will go to the Chelsea versus Leicester. Frank Lampard returning home. Actually home this time to the bridge. But wasn't the return he was hoping for. We have to say about this game with him.
Frank Lamps, for me, I find Chelsea played good. I know this wasn't the result from Lampard was hoping for and the whole Chelsea faithful. Coming into this game, I don't see a lot of people was backing Chelsea to get the win. Really, obviously going against a team like Leicester was obviously going to be tough for them.
Yeah.
And they did surprise a lot of people the way how they played first half. They were showing a lot of dominance. Kante again showing why he needs to be in that midfield. Mason Mount showing that he deserves to. He's pushing to a starting place in this squad. And I can't say that Lampard got anything wrong with the sense of how he picked the team or anything. It's just. This is a new era, a new episode for Chelsea, where a lot of they went down in their strengths. Really, they got weaker, which is obvious to see. And aside in Leicester, aside a chance for the top 6, they went up again, and just able to hold you on against them because in the first half Chelsea had their chance and Chelsea was dominating, but when the second half came, it was a whole different story. A lot of missed chances by Leicester, and you feel like on a different day. Chelsea, it will really punish Chelsea, and the one thing that I'll point out for the Chelsea side is you could see the defense. I just don't. I just have no confidence in Chelsea defense at the moment.
Yeah.
I feel this is the sign showing that the effects of David Luiz leaving. I feel like having a senior player in that back line, a lot of poor decisions when it came to clearances and passing back the keeper. You know, it's a player like David Luiz, he would get it out and he would keep it simple. Christensen had a lot of errors. Zuma had some bright moments, but still looked a little shaky. I just feel this Chelsea team, the only issue I'll give them is the defense right now. But going up against that Leicester side and was able to, I was a whole of Leicester and get the point. It's not the result Chelsea won, but I feel it's the result Chelsea have to take.
Yeah, I felt like this game was very it was a tale of two halves, you know. Chelsea came out really bright, pressed really high, which is, you know, how they got to go. But like the first 20 minutes in particular, Chelsea were very bright going forward, you know. Oh my God, this cold is killing me. But Chelsea were really, really good. I like the lineup that he picked, you know. I know people have their qualms about who's really better between Pedro and Willian. Yeah. But I think Pedro deserved to start. I think he was really bright at first, you know. He should have scored off the volley with, I can't remember who just flicked the ball off him. I think it was probably Giroud. Could be wrong. But he should have scored off of the volley. And they were so bright, you know, Giroud with his flick back to Kante. And Pulisic was bright in the opening moments. And Chelsea looked like it easily could have been 3-0 to them at halftime. But then my problem with what I saw from Lampard is the same problem I kind of have with Solskjaer, is that when the game started to go against them, they don't react enough. They don't react well enough. As in to react to change the game. Now, I know there's only so much they can do because he had no transfer window, so he has just used the squad he has. But he did make some decent subs, you know. Tammy, it really just not working for him right now. It's really unfortunate. We have no idea what mentally playing with him after he missed that penalty against Liverpool in the UEFA Super Cup. And as soon as, you know, Brendan Rodgers came back out and sent him back out, got it was either Dennis Pratt or Michael Brighton came on to move James Madisson more inside, and they started controlling midfield a lot more, started to press a lot more. James Madisson missed a sitter, oh my word, in the dregs of the game. Jamie Vardy as well came really close, and he did well to make up for his mistake. And to me, Leicester control the second half, and then you have to ask yourself, does Lampard have enough experience? And I don't want to just fall into the cliche that he only has 1 year, he doesn't have experience. But then you have to ask, does he know what to do in situations where he's being turned on his belly? Does he know how to react? And so far, the answer has been no. So we move on. We'll go to the Liverpool game next. So I felt for Southampton though. This was a game where, you know, to me, Mane was man in the match. And for those who know me outside, know that me and a friend right now, we're real battling about, you know, who better between Mane and Salah. And I'm not saying that just because of that, but Mane was really good overall. He created his goal out of a real nothing chance, you know, take the ball, dribble past one, and like a really, really good shot into the far corner. Set up one for Firmino, as well as set up multiple chances for Salah and Robertson and Firmino in the game that nobody took. And Southampton was showing stuff that we saw Pookie and company did with Norwich, where that space again, Virgil, between the fullback and the centre back, they are exploited. Oh my god, this is such bad punditry, but I don't know if you can remember the new number 10 for Southampton, the striker that they bought, the young man, but he constantly got in between Matip and Trent, and one of few headers there should have put some of them on target, should have put Adrian under a little bit more pressure, and at the end of the day, you had to take your chances as they get up, but we are seeing little leaks and little spots in Liverpool's defense that weren't present last year. And as somebody who would have watched Liverpool closely last year, you know, because they were so close to you, are you feeling like, from a neutral point of view, do you feel concerned about that at all, you know, for them going forward?
That's a big concern because it's clear to see that a lot of big teams could exploit defense just once they studied well enough. Could exploit any defense and create the spaces.
Right.
And to see these smaller teams doing this now. Because similar, I've been seeing that tactic of open up defense a lot because of how Man City play. I've been seeing that, like, to me that is something that I know a lot. Where you will hold the width and you'll have one of your midfield players in between the fullback and the centre back, cause the centre back to come out with leaving a space in the middle. And if a lot of small teams doing that, Liverpool have fallen victim to that, where the fullbacks, I can't really blame the fullbacks so much there, because it's really tough for the centre back to cover that space and the fullback to cover the width. But I just feel if a lot of small teams doing this and a lot of teams now holding the width against Liverpool, beating them, driving the ball in the middle of the box, and the striker again will get a chance. And I feel like any other team with a more clinical striker could cause Liverpool trouble. Any other team with a lot of pace up front could cause Liverpool a lot of problems. I feel like this is something that Klopp could fix, something Klopp could manage. But just see a team like Southampton do that, I don't feel confident for Liverpool going forward.
And then when we think about it, right? When we think about Liverpool attack, they attack with essentially 5 players. They front 3 and then they 2 fullbacks. And these fullbacks spend so much time stationed in the opposition half that leaves a lot of space for the now countering team to exploit. And we haven't seen it punished yet, except for when Adrian gave them a goal. But but teams would punish them in this space, you know. And then you have to ask, could Van Dijk save all this?
And that's true. Because you're seeing it tough. If the teams know that they can't go through Van Dijk, they would go on the other side, and Van Dijk can't cover everything by himself. Like Van Dijk, you saw it first game. Van Dijk was doing real good. It felt like he's a presence everywhere. But going up against Norwich and going up against Southampton, that seems a lot of threat up front. Kind of looking at a team like Wolves that we saw today. A team like Wolves could probably cause Liverpool a lot of problems.
Alright, so we'll go to the Arsenal game now. Arsenal ran out 2-1 winners against Burnley. I found it was a good game. I thought they were relatively good. They were really troubled a lot of set pieces and that kind of stuff.
You talking about Burnley?
Nah, Arsenal was troubled on set pieces by Burnley. They were pretty good. They really did well to crowd the keeper. I'm gonna just check real quickly. It was Leno height. Because like they spent Oh wow, I don't know what's that. Whatever. They did really well to crowd line on set pieces so that he can't come out to get the ball, and that put our defenders under a lot of pressure, and it was a good tactic. But I felt like Arsenal did well to take the chances that they had. 2-1 meant it was a lot closer and a lot less comfortable than I wanted it to be. However, it was a good win for them. We saw players being integrated more. Danny Ceballos was wonderful. Oh my god, like it felt like if I saw Santi Cazorla in the Emirates once again. He was just dancing, moving around, and he has a work rate that you would love to have a modern centre midfielder, you know. And Pepe came on at halftime. We brought on the front three of what we would hope to see for the majority of the season, and they worked really well in tandem. Pepe graded a few chances for them, and he has a little rustiness, a little lack of fitness, however, but you can see the potency there. Another day, Aubameyang would have scored 3. Another day, Pepe would have gotten an assist or 2. And even the younger ones, when Doozy played well, Joe Willock played well. And now looking ahead against Liverpool, where we have gotten soundly beaten. I am hopeful that given the little weaknesses we just spoke about, that we could exploit it. However, I do know that Liverpool are made up of players that are very well suited to step up for big games, you know. And if they weren't afraid of a challenge of having to beat Barca by minimum 3 goals, I don't see them having a problem to step up here. But you know, what's your takeaway from Arsenal from this?
I feel like as a football fan looking at Arsenal play this weekend, I felt like that was a highlight for me.
Yeah.
Looking at that is Arsenal side play, I feel like this Arsenal side looks good in that midfield season. Danny Ceballos. Any midfielder that I see, what I love most about him, he was not afraid to take any shots.
Definitely.
Any chance he gets on the outside the box, hitting it on his. He has these wonderful shots, and he honestly, the best thing you could say, you could sum up how he played is he looking like Santi Cazorla.
Yeah.
He's stepping into the role of how Santi Cazorla and Fabregas was fast before, and well, not just because he's Spanish, but for just the playing style. And I felt like he just brought a whole different energy to Arsenal. And I know they started off with the youngster in Willock and without Pepe, but for when Emery get a chance to incorporate his new signings all together, incorporate Pepe and Ceballos, I could see Arsenal being a threat because Aubameyang causing problems. Lacazette doing how Lacazette always do. And once Pepe falls into our system, I just feel like Ceballos will just be the heart of everything.
Yeah, when the trade was one of the same, and we saw a lot of interchanging in positions, you know, like Pepe would have come middle, Lacazette would have go wide, Oba would have pull on the next way, and it causes confusion for opposite defenders. And you know, as I bring up Ceballos shot there, I was reminded that Pope actually had to be quite alert today, you know. Sorry, not today. The game was played because Arsenal took some decent shots in the game. Ceballos save a few from Oba, save a good one from Torreira late in the game, and that kind of stuff. And next day, Arsenal being a lot more critical and a lot more fluid. You know, Arsenal actually had a goal rule for VAR, rightly so though. But there was one way I actually do think, if I remember right, the referee raising his flag. It wasn't a case where VAR pulled it back. But you know, it was a good game overall. You know, and it keeps lending into the positivity that's going on Arsenal right now. However, the next 2 games are 2 very hard games, and being very honest, I don't see us getting anything from at least the Liverpool game, and hopefully something from the Spurs game, but we'll just see as time goes.
The Liverpool game is being played in Anfield.
Yeah.
The way how Norwich went to Anfield and showed no fear, I honestly feel Arsenal could get the point. Looking at the games last season where Liverpool had to scratch back the point.
Right.
Where that game was in the Emirates. I feel like Arsenal have the firepower. They have nothing that they could look at and be like, okay, well, we worried that they'll exploit it. They have the defense stepping up, defense looking good with W, isn't it? The midfield.
I saw people blame Davies for the goal, but I don't think it was his to blame, because at first I thought it was that he lost his marker. But then when I watched it back, it was that Dwight McNeil, if it's his name, took a shot And the shot deflected and got to bars. And you can't predict those kinds of things, you know. And then
can't blame David Luiz for that.
so
You can't blame the defense for that. That's a very bizarre and that's very hard to defend against.
Alright, so we'll go lastly onto the game we just finished watching. Was the Wolves versus United game. Another game of two halves. It was a game where United played really, really well first half. A great goal from Anthony Martial. And then Wolves pulled it back with a goal of the weekend, potential goal of the season contender.
A wonder strike.
From the star man Ruben Neves, who is, with all due respect to us, probably too good to be playing at that level. However, Virgil, my question coming out of this game is that Manchester United, the big spending Manchester United, need a goal to win the game after a weekend where City drop points, Spurs drop points, Chelsea drop points. Need a win. And they're bringing on Andreas Pereira, Mason Greenwood, and Juan Mata. Now, with all due respect to them, and even with due respect to what Andreas Pereira could be, and the potential of Mason Greenwood, and what Mata has been, are these the players that a club fighting to get back in the Champions League supposed to be bringing on to change the game for them?
Nope. That's a big worry for Manchester United. Games where you want Manchester United to take the chances, you want Manchester United to be in front. Games where they are down and they need that equalize. Because they have a strong side starting out. Start game they look very good. But coming down to the end of the game, you have nobody else, you have no game changer, you have no secret weapons really to say that you could really bring on. A lot of people are hoping for them to come on and have a miracle chance. Yeah, they're
hoping for Rashford to have a second coming in Greenwood now.
Yeah, that's what they hope. They're hoping Greenwood could come on and get a magical debut, Pereira could come on and do something.
Because in comparison now, Wolves, with due respect to both sides and with due respect to what the players could become, Wolves had a lot more impactful subs. Adama tried to change the game in space, pushed United back. They brought up Patrick Cutrone, who arguably is in a further place in his career than any of United subs, bar Mata. And Lea was his name? I try to remember the young Brazilian that they brought out. Neto. And another player with potential as well. So whereas they bring on two experienced players, United have some relatively unnamed players, you know. And you have to wonder, is Solskjaer's fate in these youngsters misplaced?
That's very true. It's good. This is going to be very difficult for him, and you know, it's going to be hard to blame. And you know, United fans now, you're not going to blame the youths. This is all they have right now to bring on. Yeah.
But then you have to question decisions like we are now talking while Alexis Sanchez is looking to process his move to Inter.
Yeah.
Romelu Lukaku has moved to Inter. What would they do in whole summer if they knew they was getting this money, and why didn't they spend it to bring another forward?
That's the big mistake. I feel like United, they did good getting rid of certain players, but they recruit, they're showing the defense. Yeah, defense looking alright, looking better than last season.
Yeah.
But it's just the attack. The attack, they have a good attack with Lukaku going a lot of room and Rashford getting a lot more game time. Don't get me wrong, Rashford is a very good player, but
Well, are you going to depend on them to score 30 goals in all competitions?
Is it depth and going and being in Europe?
Alright, so we're gonna get into our trivia talk now, Virgil. Frank Lampard is the first Chelsea manager to fail to win any of his first 3 games in charge of the club. Who was the last manager from Chelsea to do so? Hint, he has managed other teams within the Premier League.
So he failed to
win his first 3 games. Come, quick ones.
He not in Prem anymore?
Nah.
He's in Prem recently?
Yes.
Why I think it's Rafa?
It's Rafa Benitez. Next one. Ruben Neves, after scoring from the outside of the box today, became the it's 10 out of his 13 goals in all competitions for Wolves. Wow, sorry. Came from outside the box, right? Only 2 players have scored more from distance in English football since his debut for Wolves. Name the 2 players, so
Goes outside the box.
yeah. One is a bright youngster who recently moved on loan to a lower club after spending last season in the Championship. And the other one is an established player in the Premier League.
The bright youngster, he in the Championship now.
No, he's in the Premier League now. He spent last year on loan in the Championship.
English one?
I think he's Welsh, but don't care about it. From a big club.
He in a big club now?
Nah, he went to a lower league team, but he's from lower, team in the league. But he's from a big club.
Jeez.
Callum Wilson, dog. Callum Wilson. Sorry, no, Harry Wilson, my bad. Harry Wilson. And the next player, established a player from the top 6.
Outside the box?
Yeah. It's not a City player, but it's not De Bruyne.
I think Mane.
Nah.
Salah.
Nah.
Liverpool.
Nah.
Outside the box. Kane.
Nah. But see it right team.
Right team. Son.
Nah. Come on, man.
Outside the box?
Yes.
Jeez. Right team?
Yes. It's not Dele Alli.
No more?
No. Oh my god, there's only one other attacker left with you.
Attacker?
Well, midfielder, attacker.
Jeez. Why forget Spurs team? Ericsson?
Yes.
Ericsson.
Well done, though. Oh my word.
I think in Spurs midfield, oh, this come my head as wings. I think in my head, wings to be doing this?
Last question. 97. That's the number of goals Sergio Aguero has scored in the Etihad. Only 2 players have more goals within a respective stadium. Who are those 2 players?
For sure, I know one is Rooney.
Yep.
We always bring Rooney in every conversation with Aguero. And have to be... it's Henry.
The King, Thierry Henry. 101 goals for Wayne Rooney in Old Trafford and 114 for the King, Thierry Henry. The goal of the weekend.
Goal of the weekend have to be Aston Villa vs Bournemouth, Douglas Luiz's goal.
And for me, goal of the weekend has to be Ruben Neves' goal. I was going to give it to that ball and a half from Kevin De Bruyne, but that goal coming off the underside of the bar to go in, beautiful.
That was it.
Alright guys, thanks for joining us once again. Like, subscribe, follow us everywhere. Catch you guys next time. See you soon. Take it easy.
God, should have been the man, yes sir. First class flights on the Delta. Check still sitting on the dresser, yes sir. I settled for the lesson. Should have been the man, yes sir. Head down, but I stay blessed up. God told me that I'm next up, yes sir.